They're trying to tell us something. They have figured out the formula for chaos.
When the clock strikes 8:30, babe, time to head for Chris's house. Hey. Will the song make it to the next round? Oh no. Pot of Thunder. Let's pot tonight. Come on, baby, let's pot tonight.
Ooh.
So hard to chew.
Put your hands together for Doc Gibbs and the Emerald Live Band. Welcome to Pot of Thunder, the recognized symbol of excellence in rock and roll podcasting, brought to you by Blue Microphones. They look great. They sound even better. And guess who I am?
He got the heart. He got the pizza. Yeah. Tip your cap to ALB. He's a man who feeds his family. Time for dinner. The service sucks and the food is shit, and yet he continues to order it. Could he be a fool? Anyone else would have had enough, but Andy goes back for the crust that stuff. He got the heart. He got the pizza.
Wow. Above and beyond. Wow, another one.
Can I just throw that? Sounds like something that Pete Townsend sang on the Tommy record. Like one of the 2-minute little segues in between songs that doesn't really make sense. That's what that reminded me of.
That's what it reminded you of, huh?
He's got the pizza.
That's a high compliment. I'll take it.
Well, thank you for that, guys. You know me, it's your buddy Andy, America's little brother, the Indiana Dream Boy. And look at that guy over there. He's got a red hat. He's going to dance for you. Polka dancing his way across the podcast studio. Nick Pollock has entered the program.
That was like an in-tune version of Jim Gillette right there, Andy.
Oh, thank you. That was Machine Gun Eddie.
Yeah.
Thank you. Nick, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's nice to have you. We're all remote today, so it's going to sound a little different, but I promise it's going to be good.
I'm told I'm in the bathroom. That's what I was told.
It looks like Nick's taking a dump, which just adds to the experience.
Not true.
The visual,
True.
the visual
Not
matches.
what you do, yeah.
The nice wainscoting in the bathroom.
The nice toilet tank, but Nick's upper decking his own toilet right now. That's why you don't see the toilet behind him.
He's really showing him.
Yeah.
Anything to entertain everybody.
Yep. Well, directly above Nick in this box of individuals. You want him, we got him.
I can have it every day, yeah. I can have it. Get out of my way, yeah, fuck you.
Put your hands together for the breakout star of the podcast medium, Chris L's in the house. Welcome to the show, Chris.
Coming to you from Burnside, Kentucky.
Burnside, huh?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man. And I've got me a ice cold can of ass and wiener, zero sugar,
promised.
to the root beer,
As promised.
ready to go.
To the root beer. Well,
Good.
you guys know that fourth voice. He's back. Thank goodness.
Jericho! Oh! His voice is music to our ears. Jericho! Oh! His voice is music to our ears.
Was there some percussion coming in from one of you guys? That sounded good.
That was just me, probably in the desk.
I liked it. It sounded good. Chris Jericho's back. Welcome back to the show, buddy.
I think we need to On the Road to Tooge so I can wear my Vices hat that Nick made for me.
Oh, we can do that. Nick'll do that for you. I'm
Harkening back to
volunteering.
one of our greatest episodes, Kick Axe on the Road to Rock.
Was that one of the greatest?
Well, I don't know. I think Chris L hates it, so I always like to say that.
It's up for debate, right? Yeah.
It could have been a good episode. The song was terrible.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Well, hey, listen,
Strong
it's great to be
language.
back. And listen, you guys know what the song is. Our Patreon subscribers and the four of us do not know what the song is.
Right.
It could be another Kick Axe tune. Who knows? If we could be so lucky.
It could
Well,
be.
Nick knows. None of the rest of us do. So that's always a dicey proposition.
Nick's,
Right.
Nick's
Okay.
up to no good.
So before we get into that, though, Tooge, we were hoping to get you on in a couple days, but we know you're a busy man. But we wanted to be the show that broke this Fozzy announcement that's coming up on Wednesday, which would be the previous Wednesday to when this episode was recorded, is released. We're recording it 2 days in advance of the Fozzy announcement.
So at this point, the announcement's already been made.
Well, I mean,
when
we
people
are
hearing it.
but we are live.
Well, it's the 25th anniversary of Fozzy, which is amazing, and we're doing a big 25th anniversary tour, and that's basically the big announcement for the next 18 months. It's the 25th anniversary of Fozzy. Well, because we started in '99, but our first record came out in 2000, so we're going to go all the way to the end of 2025. And I'll read you the quote that I wrote today for the press release. It's hard to believe that a band that was once accused of being nothing more than a wrestler's vanity project has now amassed 6 top 10 mainstream rock radio hits, released 7 albums, toured the world in over 20 countries, and earned a gold record. But we have, and we've been doing it for 25 years.
Woo! You got me fired up over here.
Yeah, not many bands can say that, and the ones that can, not many of those can say they're currently at their creative, artistic, and commercial peaks. But Fozzy can, and we are damn proud of it. That's why we're so excited to bring our 25th anniversary celebration to your city and your country over the next 18 months, starting in October. We've built a reputation of being a band that you don't want to miss, and we take great pride in that because it's the truth. So as always, crank up the music, buy your tickets early, and wear a helmet to the gig because this is our 25th year rock and roll party, and we aren't fucking around.
Wow.
See you soon.
That's
There you
awesome.
go.
There you go.
That's great.
Great.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where like, oh my gosh, it's 25 years this year. And our song Spotlight just hit the top 10 on Media Base. It's been in the top 10 for 4 weeks on Billboard, and it's been number 1 on the secondary market chart for 7 weeks.
Wow.
So in a lot of ways, Judas was a bigger song, but Judas didn't have the chart longevity that Spotlight did. So it really is one of our biggest songs.
No kidding.
In the charts right now, yeah.
That's great, man. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you.
That's awesome. I'm happy for you guys, and I look forward to seeing you again. I'm sure you'll be swinging through the Midwest here. So
Yeah, we're going to do like 3 or 4 legs in the States. We're going to go to Australia, where we've always done good. We're going to do Canada. We're going to do the UK, including Northern Ireland. You have to say that. And hopefully we'll get a couple other countries in there, maybe go back to Europe for some shows and maybe hit Japan for the first time. So it
you
is
guys have
kinda
never
cool.
you guys have never done Japan, huh?
We've never been to Japan, which is insane. We've never been. I mean,
Wow.
I've been there almost 60 times with wrestling, but never with
but
Fozzy.
never with
so,
Fozzy. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
So-
exciting. Well, very cool.
So that's it. That's the announcement for those who are waiting. Of course, there'll be new music in that time frame as well. But for right now, it's the 25th anniversary tour coming up starting in October.
Awesome.
Well, there's more to it than that, though.
Well, I mean, is there? What else? you got?
Yes. I'm going to break this exclusive.
Oh, shit. Okay, you know.
I'm willing to do it.
Typical. I'm always the last. No, I'm just the singer.
I have been added to the band as a second vocalist on stage.
Nice.
Wow.
I'm going to be like that guy in 311 who just jumps around and doesn't do anything of value and just maybe barks out a backing vocal here. and
He's
there.
going to be like Linda McCartney, where we just don't turn him up in the mix. When you hear
Exactly
the
right.
individual tracks, he's just not to happening.
Yes, that's why he compared me to Pete Townsend earlier in my vocals. So yes, I'm joining Fozzy. I am joining Fozzy for this
There you go.
leg.
Well, the 311 guy
The-
rapped, didn't he? Maybe you can do some raps.
That'd be good.
I think so. Bring this.
I'd like to
band-
see that a mid-50s white man doing the raps.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing.
Really bring this. Make this band contemporary. Long rap.
Finally,
What the world has been waiting for.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, some rapping.
So
That'll be
there you
good.
go. There's the complete announcement. So get ready. Then definitely put your helmets on.
Put your helmets on.
Yeah, I see a comment in the chat says come back to Buffalo. So I'm sure you think you guys will be
Buffalo's always a good
on.
gig. Yeah, and of
you
course,
guys will be over there.
Joylet is always involved. It's always a good one.
Yeah.
Toilet. We can, if you come back to Hobart, we can get that room with the stove right in the middle of it, which happened a year ago yesterday.
Really?
Was it really? Wow.
No kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to send out the memorial meme, but yeah, that happened a year ago.
Well, you can still send it out. It counts. A year and a
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, I'll send it.
No one's going
during
to
the
call you out
recording.
on it. Yeah.
But yeah, Nick was smart enough to avoid that whole.
Well, Nick avoided PJ Farley as a whole for. I don't think he's ever met him in person, even to this day. Have you, Nick?
I think I did once,
Oh, okay.
but
You did when?
What kind of lies are you telling?
I'll have to ask PJ. We'll get our stories together.
Yeah. Get your
Do you-
stories.
Like, did I ever meet you? Did you? I don't know.
At one of his stand-up
remember.
gigs in the Keys, maybe.
All right. Well, to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Fozzy, we got a big show tonight.
Yes, we do.
Here on Pot of Thunder. Always a pleasure. It was kind of a last-minute arrangement, but we were able to make it work.
So we're, like I said, we're not in the same room. We often are, usually are, but today we're not. So I'm going to go to the door and check if there's a baked treat from Nick.
Who wants to eat dainties? Who wants to eat bacon?
Nothing there. I'll be damned, son of a.
Didn't even let the
Nope.
didn't even let the theme song play.
Well, there's nothing there.
And
Can't
Andy's
do it.
upset now.
That's like 4 weeks in a row. I'm skin and bones over here.
He's
How am
too
I
busy
supposed?
doing polka?
How am I supposed to be the Indiana beef daddy when Nick's not going to feed me?
Next week.
Next week, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
next week we get things, we right the ship, get things back on track.
Okay. Well, like we said, Nick is responsible for the chaos that is about to ensue. The three of us and anybody live with us, we don't know what's happening, but
We don't.
We're going to
But it was
find
a
out.
four-way collective decision that that Nick had a good one in mind, and we said, well, then just take it, man.
Yep.
Take it. Hit the ground running.
So
Putting Nick in charge, so.
is that dangerous? It can be. It has been.
Oh, it's dangerous, no question about it.
It's dangerous, but worth the risk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks to Rat for
There
that
you
one.
go.
Is that the song? If it's dangerous but worth the risk, I get an extra dainty.
Nick has to mail a dainty, overnight a dainty to you.
It'll be a big dainty, a sturdy, I think we'll call it.
Okay, so how do you want? Is there anything you want to say about it before we find out from you what it is?
Yes, it's an artist that we have maybe 1 or 2 episodes. I think this artist has been featured,
1 or 2, huh?
and I'm wearing a lot of red. So
Sammy
Andy,
Hagar.
Go ahead, Andy.
Maybe Sammy Hagar, maybe?
Oh, well, let's find a lot of red. That has me worried. But Nick, you have all the information in front of you. You ready for me to pull the trigger here?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Let's turn the microphone over to Chris Jones.
All right, Hammond. This one's called
Moscow Call.
Off Of
Moscow Call.
by the band.
Gorky.
Man,
Oh,
Hold on. So what you mean to say is this is the third Gorky Park offering that you've
It
done?
is.
on
Yes,
this show?
I believe-
They
yes,
have
it is.
3 songs?
And 2 of them are original so far.
What was the songs?
was
Bang,
Bang.
and My Generation, right?
Yeah.
That Generation's a cover.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
So
and
this
then
is-
and this one is an original.
So this is the second
So
original.
They squeezed 3 videos out of this horse shit racket?
Well, this is a different album altogether. This is
Oh,
a
that's even worse. Is this like a Kingdom Come where they put out a new record over the last couple of years?
Well, you know they're
well,
hotter
they've
than
got a-
ever now.
they've
We
got a
found that out.
Star-studded lineup now.
Yeah.
So they can, do whatever they want.
Marco
Yeah, that-
Mendoza,
that-
Kenny Aronoff is in there.
How does that
Andy,
happen? but whatever. Go ahead.
Andy, I don't know if you have the list in front of you,
I do.
but this song was submitted by several people, was it not?
Yeah, I feel like there might have been a conspiracy here, because why would this be on here so many times? It's on the list 5 times from 5 different people. 4 that are real. 1 is a joke name, but yeah, on here 5 different times.
So this is called Moscow Calling.
Moscow
Right.
Calling from
This
the
is
album.
from their second album, which was released in 1993, called Moscow Calling.
And I'm told that the video is a must watch.
Can I just point out a couple little bits of trivia that Chris L might appreciate? On this album, there is a instrumental called Volga Boatman, which is based on the Soviet folk song, "The Song of the Volga Boatman."
Mm-hmm. Who could forget that?
And Welcome to the Gorky Park, music by Alexei Belov, the genius, and lyrics by Fee Waybill
Of the Tubes. Interesting.
of the Tubes.
Yeah. How do they link up with these like legitimate musicians, either back in the day or currently? It's
Probably
fascinating.
the Russian mafia, I would think, maybe, or something.
There could be something to that.
Because there's also guitar from Dweezil Zappa, Steve Ferris, who is a big studio guy, also of Mr. Mister, and Steve Lukather, and backing vocals by Richard Marx.
Oh my goodness.
Richard
So
Marx.
there you go.
Jeez.
The Richard Marx.
Even
So
he got in on
Marxism
it.
in full swing.
Ah, there you go. Yeah.
Perfect example.
Wow.
They tried to get John Lennon to participate, but of course he's been dead for 13 years, so that didn't work. But they were like, we need somebody named Lennon on this.
Yeah, I'm looking at the album cover now. I have seen this image before.
It was on BMG International. It still had some steam, these guys.
Yeah.
And this was 3 years after the debut and 1992, which was in the height of grunge. And
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And they said, hey, we got Fee Waybill and Steve Lukather. What can stop us now?
Apparently
Nothing
something
has
did,
stopped
but
them yet.
well, yeah, it's a really interesting thing. I'm sure we'll get into it more, but I just don't understand how Gorky Park has come back so strong in the last couple years.
Is it strong though? Are you really
I mean,
serious
it's-
about this?
In comparison to what they were, yes.
Yeah,
I feel
true.
like
I mean,
they would have just been gone forever. But no.
I mean, they actually put out 4 records, which is more than like Shotgun Messiah and Dangerous Toys, who were way better bands.
Sure, of course.
Right?
No question.
I think there's something to do with the Russian government, Russian mafia.
Someone's
involved.
pushing it, right?
Yeah,
There's big business behind Gorky Park.
Yeah.
What is it?
Big business behind the park is what they would always say. And a lot of it has to do with Alexandre Big Sasha Minkov, who was the vocalist in this band.
I'll take your word for it. I know we've talked about these guys so many times, but I could not remember a single name of any of the members of the band.
Well, no, of course.
Why would you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tack on an OV at whatever, at the end of whatever guess you're going to make. And we can
Andov, Nikov, and the Christovs here on Pot of Thundov.
Yeah.
The band members on this record are Alexander Big Sasha Minkov. On the drums, Alexander Little Sasha Lov. Alexei Baylov on guitar, and Alexander Yakinov on guitar. So they had 3 Alexanders and an Alexei. That's like that's not real.
Yeah.
Is that real?
This is a guy man dude situation. We're not sure if this is fiction or not.
Yeah.
It's like the tragic hit from Canada where 2 guys in the band were named Gord.
Right.
I mean, come on. There's no way.
So, Nick, do you know
Yeah,
this
it's-
song?
Not really.
No. I'm assuming neither of the Chris's do. No.
Never heard. I don't even really recall much about Bang. I remember My Generation because I thought it was terrible.
Okay.
But that's the only one that I can ever recall knowing.
Well, We are going to watch this shortly. I
Oh
don't
gosh,
know this
it's 5 minutes and 12 seconds, Mysterious Chriselle. That breaks your rule.
Now, this breaks a lot of rules, personally. But, yeah. Yeah, Fee Waybill wrote the lyrics for Welcome to the Gorky Park. He was the one responsible for adding the word "the" before Gorky.
Yeah, good call.
Like, no true Russian would do that.
That's just like Welcome to the Battle Zone. You had a band called Battle Zone and a song called Welcome to the Battle Zone.
That was Paul Diano
Yeah.
of Iron Man. I have that. I bought that record.
Nick has the box set. He tried to pawn it off on me. He tried to pawn it off on me one time.
I don't know who
left it in my car.
I don't know.
He wrapped it up and put it under the Christmas tree one year, and you wouldn't accept it.
Yeah, I left it there.
It's
cat chewed on it.
It didn't sound too great. The CDs, the just the mixing. Or
No, it was terrible.
Battlezone.
It was recorded terribly.
Yeah.
I remember we've discussed Graham Bath with the hair lip on guitar, or whatever his name was.
We did.
Yeah. Not that we have anything against hair lips, but it's just it was very prominent on the back cover of this album where Paul Diano is trying to look all cool.
Was that Graham Cracker Bath, or was that a different cracker? Who was the Graham Cracker?
Graham Bubble Bath.
Okay.
Graham Cracker Bath was in one of the later renditions of Rainbow.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah,
Bubble was in Diano's band.
Bubble.
Hey, Bubble, you got any riffs? I got some fucking riffs. Come on over, Bubble.
Wasn't he in Back to School in the hot tub scene?
He was played by Keith Carradine, I believe. This is ridiculous. We're off to a start.
Wow, look at the song choice. I mean, the banter is apropos for this.
Yeah.
It's all we got at this point.
Yeah.
Madness reigns.
This has got to be the end for Gorky Park on this program.
Oh my gosh! I've done a little quick perusing of the lyrics, and let me just say there is some gems upcoming, shall we say?
Okay. Well, I mean, there's got to be a reason it was submitted 5 times. I don't know what that reason is,
because people are assholes, and they want, and they probably they figured that Nick would pick it, and they were right.
What's my number one rule, Chris? Never let the fans decide.
Well, yeah, there you go.
Andy, can you publicly identify the people who submitted it?
Yeah, sure. Ryan Fernandez, Colin Taco Bell.
All right, he's done.
Poor
he used
Colin.
to pal around with Graham Bubble Bath, I think.
Yes, he did.
Mike Caruso, Bob Caruso.
Of course.
And then Turd Ferguson.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, real clever stuff.
I'm going to see if I'm going to tell you if there's anything on these comments that
there won't be. That's my prediction.
Yeah.
I mean, look who's submitted these things.
Yeah.
Fernandez is the only one with any credibility here, and even that's gone out the window now, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't think there's anything. I think they're just overly hyping this song up. So let's just get into it. We don't need to read these comments. All right. Let's take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with Moscow Calling.
We're sorry. Circuits are busy.
Oh my gosh, I thought that was a joke.
Already, this is very similar to the beginning of the Color Me Bad video. Some weird scenario playing out with some lonely woman and some electronics. And they're taking their cues from CMB here.
This can't miss.
Well, it will, but let's let it roll.
Okay, hold on. I know we're this. Okay. This is a lot to. This is a lot to unpack here. Never mind that horrible, terrible generic chorus. There's a guy all dressed in red. He's like a Russian. It's like Steve Plunketov.
No.
It's Nick. Oh, there you go. He was planning on it.
Yeah, he was.
He's got a real Russian Plunkett vibe to me right out of the gate. And there's another guy wearing like a fireman's hat or something like that.
Is that Nick again? Did you do that on purpose for this hat? Nick's got a little red plastic fedora or whatever that is.
Where did you just have that on hand for tonight, or did you fucking go out and buy that today?
I had it.
You had it.
Is
Okay.
this one of Nick's super intelligent costumes where he's dressed as a combination of all four members of Gorky Park at the same time?
It might be.
Unplanned.
It's like a Smokey,
You know
Smokey the Bear hat that's red. I don't know.
The main riff that it busted into.
Please don't, Nick. Don't choose your next words carefully.
I'm just going with. I'm telling it like it is. I guess I don't know if it's wise or not, but I'm getting a No Sleep Till Brooklyn kind of.
Yeah, I
vibe.
get that.
Okay. I thought you were going to praise it. I mean, that's kind of praising it, comparing it to that song, but I thought you were going to heap some undue praise on it. But yes, that comparison. I didn't notice it as it was going, but since you brought it up, that's a good one.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what happens next.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on.
Please stop.
Hold on. So that's a cross between fucking Plunkett and Joe Elliott.
Total Joe Elliott, right? I was thinking Joe Elliott
yeah.
right away. The hair
Here's
and the voice.
Here's an obscure one. The guitar player with the long hair is fucking Russian Ronnie Latikro from TNT.
There you go. With a hint of what's Mark Kendall from Great White.
Was he wearing a hat?
Yeah. Just a big oversized hat that those two guys would play.
This guy's got a little Biff Byford in him as well.
Exactly. Yes. Visually. Yeah, he looks like him. Just a mashup of all that stuff. Anything going on lyrically that's worth talking about? Getting on a phone with a busy line is the first lyric.
I've got the lyric pulled up here. Do you have it, Andy?
No, I don't have it. I was gonna just pull it up, but if you have it, let's hear it.
I got it. Getting on a phone with a busy line, talking on a phone and losing my mind.
Oh yeah.
Never realized. Feel so far like a million miles.
This is good stuff.
Are we allowed to bag on? Don't forget, this is not Fee Waybill who wrote these. This is a Russian cat who wrote these. Are we still allowed to bag on him for his bad lyrics or what?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. It's once you release it, it's up to you. We don't care that you're fucking English is your second language. You know.
Please note that I only gave compliments so far. So for those,
if I was going to be writing a Russian song, that shit would be like freaking Steve Harris lyrics, man. They'd be super intricate and deep.
These aren't those. Yeah. These are not those. And then I don't remember where we stopped it, but the next line is give me little hand.
Ooh.
What?
Well.
Little hand.
So
Little hand.
So this guy's on the phone. He wants a hand job. Is this some sort of phone sex anthem that we've got?
I think it is.
Okay. Moscow's calling. Moscow's
is Moscow like the capital of that?
No. It's the stripper from the fucking Copa that he met.
Oh, that could be it. Yeah,
a couple nights prior in Peoria.
Or one of those.
Copa in Peoria.
Hi, I'm Moscow. Here's my number.
Yeah.
Maybe he's lining up one of those Russian mail order brides.
Good call. How ironic. Her name is Moscow, and she's from Moscow.
And he's a Russian guy. It's just everything's lining up here.
Yeah, the stars have aligned for this guy.
And so, like anybody entering a new relationship, your first criteria is if I demand a hand job, I expect to get one. If that
Right.
happens, the rest of the relationship can fall into place after that.
Yeah. And her name is Moscow. They named it Moscow. It'd be like going to the forge and meeting a chick named Joylet.
Exactly.
What are the chances?
Right. Or playing in Hobart and meeting a woman named Stove. You know, same thing. It's just like the universe is putting these people in my life for a reason.
They call me Picnic Table. What's your name?
Yeah, right. I'm Stove. Hot Stove.
The guy's
So
like,
this is a Russian mail order bride. She's probably expecting like, oh, I'm going to America or somewhere else.
Right.
And she finds out, oh, you're in Russia.
Oh shit. Well,
So,
at least it's with a rock and roll band. And
true.
they played at the Moscow Peace Festival. Is it Ozzy? Is it Bon Jovi? Motley Crue? Oh no, Gorky Park. Oh shit.
Oh, keep going. Yeah.
Day's getting worse.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you're breaking up. Our connection there's something wrong with it. I can't hear you.
Glasnost. Niet.
I'm ending this call. I can't hear you. Click.
poor Steve Plunkett off.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. All right, let's see what happens next.
Give me a little hand. Just listen to your heart, look a cigarette. Looking out of your city night, I see your eyes in city lights. Operator, don't tease me.
What?
Jesus.
What did he say? Who operated what?
Operator, don't tease me.
Tease me.
Oh, okay. I like it.
So that had
Give me, little hand. Listen to your heart. Don't consider that. I'm looking out at the city night. I see your eyes in city lights.
it's like Human Nature. Same song, pretty much.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
There was this.
Indistinguishable from the Michael Jackson classic.
There was this song by this band called Morgana Le Fay. They're from Sweden.
Oh yeah.
And they had a song
she used to
called,
run out on the baseball fields.
Yeah, they had a song called "State of Intoxication," which was about having sex, and the guy's voice sounded like this. Whenever I hear his voice, I remember the great line from that album. That song was, "What do? We screw. Armadillos are doing it too." It wasn't armadillos;
Wow.
it was armadildos.
Wow.
Morgana Le Fay, "State of Intoxication."
Like
What
did
do? We screw. Armadillos are doing it too.
Who was this band?
that was Lips from Anvil's solo.
No, it was Morgana Le Fay, "State of Intoxication."
Let's stop this episode and do that song.
Do Morgana Le Fay. Is there a video for it?
I want to hear, what do? We screw, and we're so hard to chew.
Armadillos are doing it too.
Armadillos. I'm surprised the armadillo never appeared in the Spice catalog. That'd be a good one. But yeah, I don't know. Moscow calling operator, don't tease me. What? Tease him with what? Does he think he's being pranked? This is like some kind of prank call from this dream mail order bride? I mean, what's going on?
Maybe they're having a hard time getting that connection. They just said, Moscow's calling. Please hold. Just go, come on.
Right. Please hold for Moscow.
Yeah. You have spotty connections over there at this time.
Imagine the telephones that they had back then in
Yeah.
Russia.
Right. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see what happens
Yeah,
next.
I mean, they couldn't get a Sports Illustrated football phone, I'm sure.
Well,
Just one little quick segue here for you guys, just to fill you in a couple more State of Intoxication lyrics. You're nude, just screwed. Your dick is in pain, but you're in a good mood.
What?
With nothing in mind, almost blind. Your pecker's a mess, but you do feel fine. You're gucked, you're sucked, you're fucked. Glued to the sheets like a piece of rock. White stains on her behind. Fruits of the labor of the bump and grind.
Jesus Christ.
My
What's going on?
goodness.
You said your pecker's a mess? What was that? What kind of
Look it up yourselves, kids.
yeah, what kind of relations are these people having?
Yeah, that might have to be our next episode.
I'm not gonna deny that.
That could be our next Ted Irvine episode. That would be a classic.
So this is what your
Here's
son
another
was
one you've
listening
never
to.
heard of. We want to get your initial reaction to white stuff left on her behind.
You thought Billy Squire was bad. Wait till you see this, Dad.
He'll walk out of the room on this one.
Oh, that's great.
All right. Let's go.
Hey, pretty, what's going on?
Operator, what's going on?
Yeah.
That was so comedic, like, to me, the way that he had threw his arms up in the air. What's going on?
Yeah.
I'm hearing something in the background that reminds me of a total pop song, and I'm not nailing it yet. Think, 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 think. I'll get it in a second. It's like something like, not to pass the duchy from the left-hand side, but something like that.
Too late for goodbyes.
Yeah, that's a good call. Wow. That might not have been what I was thinking, but that's a great call. It's much too late for goodbyes. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a reggae.
It does. Yeah, good call. Well, one thing that Moscow rock bands are known for is the reggae element.
Of course.
That real authentic rub-a-dub style coming out of Moscow.
I think they're that was a whole scene that was coming out. That was, I think they call it the Russiafarian wave.
I keep waiting for this lead singer to bust out with a "Yaman Rastafari."
Oh, it's so ridiculous. Oh my gosh, they just did a conga line.
The singer, he looks like Davy Jones with a blonde wig on.
I mean, he's got a lot of different looks to him. I still can't take the Biff Bifford, Steve Plunkett comparison as well.
Yeah, it's Biff with Plunkett's hair. I'm definitely can't unsee that. But yeah, even in the Wikipedia write-up with a review of this album, they made the Joe Elliott comparison sonically to his voice.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
And you know that I'm not saying he's on the same level in any other way, but that shirtless guy kind of has a Phil Collins vibe to him.
There you go.
They're kind of doing.
They were just doing the "We Can't Dance" move from the video, going by the camera.
Also known as the best of both worlds 5150
exactly. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Now all they have to do is cut the drummer's left arm off, and they'll be full on Def Leppard.
This is the Adrenalized lineup before they had Vivian Campbell after Steve Clark died.
Yes, the four piece Def Leppard.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm trying to see what we missed here at the end of that chorus. All the circuits are busy. I'm going on, ain't giving up. Okay, so not much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Glenn Hughes.
Yeah.
What kind of phone was that? Looked like a personal massager more so than a phone. Look at that thing.
Maybe it's an 2-in-1 model.
Yeah,
it's an armadillo.
It could be. I kind of liked that opening lyric of the second verse. It said party, 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 somewhere going crazy.
All right.
Night is calling me out there.
Andrew WK should cover this, I think.
This totally has kind of a white ska like raga to it. This is not as much, heavy metal as this more kind of like Sublime or something like that. It's got much more of that vibe to it to me than any type of rock and roll, which might have been their way of trying to navigate through the seas of grunge.
Yeah, I mean that would have been a crafty move on the part of the Gorky Park gang. circumventing what was killing all of the Moscow Peace Festival peers and going down the sublime. And dare I bring back the 311 comparison?
Yeah, totally. It's what the Alexanders wanted.
It is.
Alexei wasn't so much for it, but he was more of the fucking metal guy.
Well, obviously this worked for them, right?
Well, yeah, and that's why Alexei's gone and Mendoza's in. So suck it, kid.
There you go.
Because nothing more says fucking raga than fucking Mendoza.
I'm having no chips, no coffee, no beer, no cigarette. I'm still busy. Operator on the other end. I need your voice. I need to hear your voice.
Nick's got a lot to say about this.
No, I'm just, I know we should focus on the music, but the video, I can't help but think of when they re-released Sweet Emotion as a single, and then they had that video.
Yeah,
if you guys recall that one. Yeah, it's just I'm getting a bit of that. Obviously, same theme.
From the visuals of like of the women in the video, or
it's because it's ultimately the same thing. It's women on the phone.
Yeah, that's what they're going for.
Yeah, not the most original concept for a video. Women on the phone.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if we missed anything else. No coffee, no beer, no cigarettes. Lines still busy.
Oh, wow.
So something's going.
He's depriving himself of creature comforts because the line's still busy.
Well, he wants to go to this party, but he can't leave because he's on the phone. Is basically what he's saying.
There's no beer, no cigarettes, and no coffee because it's all at the party.
Yeah, he's like, I want to go to this party, but what's happening on the phone here is keeping me. Like, I need to solve this mystery if I'm going to get Moscow on the phone here before I go to the party.
I've never been more fucked up than the night I drank beer and coffee. That's just me. That's crazy.
Is this kind of like there's a mystery woman, I'm assuming, right, that's calling him, and this is kind of like their version of let's put the X in sex?
Oh, wow.
That could be.
I'm guessing. I mean, it's a similar kind of thing, right? There's a mystery woman. He's trying to figure out who is this. It's driving him nuts.
Yeah.
Well, did he ever say that he got a call, or did he make the call? That's what I'm not sure about. I know it's Moscow calling, but yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the idea that it was a phone sex thing. I think that made sense as well, but maybe it is a let's put the X in sex.
Could be that.
We got to find out how to sing. I heard somebody calling. I heard somebody knocking. What is it? She wore a hat, shades, and a trench coat. Wasn't wearing that's much more.
Yeah.
She said she knew my secrets. Yeah.
But I didn't have a clue. I opened up that balalaika and I knew that it was you.
And of course, in this case, she'll be wearing red lace panties.
Yeah.
That's a no-brainer.
Those Reds. Remember that was a detrimental term in the 80s? The Reds are coming.
Oh, yeah.
Look at these clowns.
Idiots. That Ronnie Laticro guy's bugging me. I think he's wearing a mop on his head. That's not his real hair.
Yeah.
They're playing Jeopardy.
Yeah.
These guys are.
What are they saying over and over?
What is he saying?
Motherfucking radio.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
It sure sounds like it.
I got the motherfucker on the video. I got the motherfucker on the video.
They couldn't figure out why that wasn't getting played on rock radio.
Yeah, exactly.
The lyric says, I'm phonomaniac. A phonomaniac. Is that like being vaccinated with a phonograph needle, one summer breath?
I think he's just saying he's addicted to phone sex.
Oh,
I think that's what's going on.
I'm getting another Def Leppard comparison here. I'm thinking the title track from Slang. That's what that song's about too.
Oh, that's a phone sex song too.
And the original title of their first Mutt Lange produced record was Phonomaniac, but it was copywritten by Gorky Park. So
yeah, they had that locked up years ago, years before it came out.
Decades before. Yeah.
I love these lovable, wacky, slightly confused Russians.
Mm-hmm.
We'll call ourselves phonomaniacs. It's perfect. But it's not even a word. We shall make it one.
Well, what was in A Little Ain't Enough? What did he call himself? A diplomaniac?
No.
Right?
I'm a dip. I'm a It was a nymphomaniac play.
Yeah.
I'll find it.
Yeah. It was not dip.
Either way, Gorky Park's making up the same kind of words that David Lee Roth was.
Yeah, phonetically it sounds good, but it's not really working.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep going.
They're like Tolkien, where they're just making up their own languages, their own vocabulary.
Yeah.
A diplomaniac.
Diplo? That's what he said?
The lyric here says, I become diplomatic, but that's not it.
That's not
Diplomaniac,
it. It's not, I don't think it's diplomaniac either. Now we have to go back.
The internet almost says so. Just believe it.
You're right. For the sake of argument. That's what it is. All right, let's keep going.
Oh, it's an awful guitar. I'll be a diplomaniac here. I thought that was not a bad solo for this fucking awful song. It was all right. What do you think, Chris?
I just so first of all, it's like, and Andy's frozen it on the Gorky Park tit tattoo, which is, first of all, their tits should never have tattoos on them of any type. Okay, least of all the Gorky Park logo. Okay. Tits and butt cheeks should never have tattoos on them. Let's establish that right now.
Okay.
Second of all, the solo is like, okay, is it a mandated that you have to have the fucking balalaika guitar in there? It's like, okay, we got the gimmick back in '90. Let's move on from that, shall we?
Was this one nacho cheese or Cool Ranch? I couldn't tell which finish this one had on it.
Yeah, right.
This is original taco.
But this is like the bass player from Kick-Ass with that spaceship guitar. It's like, this is the gimmick. He's got to use it forever.
Just put it away. So, I just, I don't know. Between those two, between the tortilla chip guitar and
you couldn't get past
the tit tattoo, I couldn't honestly tell you what.
You couldn't concentrate on the solo.
No, I wasn't even.
It could be fucking Eruption and you wouldn't have been paying attention.
And then he's got the hairstyle like the chick from Four Non Blondes, for Christ's sake. It's like
Tim.
It's like dreadlocks almost.
Yeah, just thin little braids. In keeping with the reggae theme, of course.
He's got dreadlocks to his waist. This guy.
Yeah, exactly. I can't even comment on the solo. I was too distracted by all the bullshit that was going on.
I want to go back and touch on something. You said you don't think that a butt should have a tattoo on it. What's your reasoning there?
I don't like it.
Okay.
It shouldn't be on those two body parts.
I got to be honest with you. The new thing now is having like a butt sleeve. I kind of dig that.
I've never heard of that. Elaborate on that. Just the whole butt.
You have a sleeve on your arm, right?
Sure, yeah.
The whole buttocks is covered. It's a
You're
thing
good?
now.
You're good with that?
I like it.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
How far in there do they get?
Well, I don't know if they're. I haven't explored that.
Yeah. I'm just curious.
All the way in, but the cheeks are covered.
Yeah. Okay, like down the thigh, or does it just go around the perimeter of the cheek?
Well, I mean, I'm sure you can Google it and find out. We can look it up right now. And
this is my work computer. I don't want to get in trouble. Joke.
I actually have that, and I'm going in next week to get the boxer briefs thing. I'm getting them extended.
Yeah, because when they get a half sleeve or even the full sleeve, and where it ends, it's just a sharp ending line. It's like that's what's happening on the butt cheeks.
Yeah, so you could still cover it up for work, right? When you need to be business, you can cover that up with a
Yeah.
longer pair of shorts. I'm seeing don't Google butt sleeve. I don't know why, but I see that here in the comments from the
Probably a wise
Chazcast. So
move, especially
Don't
if you're
do
in the work machine.
yeah.
But and then if it is Andy question, if you're going all the way in, do you incorporate the anus into the overall motif of it? Do you make it like a hot spring down there and have like different landscapes coming out of it? How does that work? That's the mind races with questions about the butt sleeve.
Well, it's a new canvas for fine art apparently these days.
Yeah, maybe
I
it's
couldn't. Can you put my screen bigger than anybody's for a second, Andy?
Of course. Here we go.
Okay, good. Gonna get some education here.
There's a butt sleeve. Okay. So it's like a rose, maybe some kind of, is that the top of a pineapple? I don't know. Tropical flowers and plants on one butt cheek to the
Two
hip.
things that probably the scent is not going to be that probably.
There
No,
you
you
go.
never know. You
If
never
you spank
know.
it, you'll cut yourself on a thorn.
Wow. Yeah. So maybe you could,
That's a
It takes a lot to fucking shut you guys up. That
Well,
did it. Right there.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that personally, but
Okay.
but the point is that I don't even know what the point is. I just completely there's so much going on, so much
We're learning things.
ridiculous-
We're learning things here. Learning about Gorky Park and butt tattoos
well,
and Morgana Le Fay.
yeah. Back to, I'm not going to let us get off this butt tattoo thing because that picture you just showed me reminded me of something. Do you guys remember, like, I don't know if it was the 96 tour or the 98 Psycho Circus tour, but when Kiss was touring, they had T-shirts and they had a woman, like, I think it was almost like a sort of mostly from the back, but kind of from the side, sitting
Sort of like
down.
leaves or-
yeah.
was it leaves or
But
a
she
snake or something?
had like a butt tattoo on this shirt, That was half of the merchandise that they had for sale at that time of the original Kiss lineup back together in makeup was a lady with a butt tattoo. Like, I think that's before they really figured it out. Like, just put the 4 makeup faces on 100 different shirts and make $1 billion.
They didn't know what to do at that point. They're
Yeah.
still a bit concerned.
Yeah, let's go with this
Well,
butt
and-
tattoo thing. I'm really feeling this. Make
And
us
years
edgy.
before that, Bam Bam Bigelow had a fire butt tattoo.
That is true. And actually, he had you've heard the term fire crotch with a redheaded fella or
Yep.
woman. He was called fire crotch and had nothing to do with the red hair. Let's just put it that way. Let's just leave it at that.
There you go. All right, let's see what happens after
The
this.
flames are rising, if you know what I'm saying. You guys still fucking caterwauling here? This is the dramatic part of the song, half tempo.
This is the dub section of the reggae number.
This is the still of the night. Oh, he's on the phone now. Andy. Can I just say, like, anybody listening to this, that's just fucking terrible. Like, that's a terrible middle section.
Well, of course it is.
It's supposed to be a party rock song. It's the first song on the new record, and they put this shit in here. It's terrible. I wish this guy, what would make this band cool? If he delivered all of his performances singing into the phone, and they were able to amplify this live, like Bob
Yes.
Barker with his little skinny microphone.
Are you saying he's?
Like if that's how he had to sing, it'd be amazing.
Are you saying he's Russia's Big Bopper?
Hello, Mishka. Hello, Mishka.
I'm going on and on. I feel I'm gonna break this telephone.
That guy looks like a young Joe Walsh with no shirt. Joe
What a
Walshoff.
bunch of fucking
Joseph
clowns.
Walshoff.
These guys are just fucking clowns.
Clowns.
Just people that whoever's pulling the strings on this band and directing them in this video is just saying, what's the most ridiculous stuff we can make these idiots do, and they'll do it.
Yeah, once again, it's almost like, like Loudness or something, where it's just a little bit off. Like they almost mimicked it right. Like it's AI. This is AI rock. Like it's almost good, but it's not right. There's something off about it.
Yeah, I think I hear what you're saying. Obviously, Loudness was of much higher quality.
Oh, Loudness is one of my favorite bands.
Yeah.
But there's something that it's like watching like an American remake of a Japanese movie. Like, let's watch The Ring, but it's the American version. It just doesn't fit. There's something not right about it.
Right. I get
These
what
guys
you're
are the
saying.
same.
But we have to be careful with who we compare to Gorky Park, because
Listen, the bad call. Sorry. Let me throw fucking Faster Pussycat in there or something. Any other shit band.
Gorky Park is among the worst bands ever created.
What's a band at the same level of Gorky Park in your opinion, Chris L?
Oh man, maybe like Two Door Cinema Club or something like that. I mean, that just pops into my mind as like one of the most lame bands of all time. I mean, one of these more recent bands, they all look like fucking baristas at Starbucks. It's like, these guys are rock stars. Come on.
From this era, like Bang Tango. Would you put Bang Tango in this category?
I would. Yeah. I mean, they would approach it. I think. How
about Disneyland After Dark?
I don't know what that is. Is that?
They had a song, "Sleeping My Night Away," or whatever. Nick knows it. Nick knows all this shit.
I don't know.
That was actually a band, Disneyland After Dark.
They were called DAD, and their song was called like "Sleeping My Life Away." It was on Much Music in Canada all the time.
I'm gonna have to look that one up. If they were abbreviated DAD, that's pretty rock and roll.
That's what they were.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Looking at some of the comments here, drawing comparisons to. We lost Chris Jericho. He'll be back.
They went on tour with Methods of Mayhem, so it was the dad mom tour. Jericho's not there.
Yeah, he would have liked that one. You might have to.
Yeah, he would have
redo that. Looking at some of these comments here in the chat, I see "Stroke Me, Anyone." Are we hearing that in here? The Stroke. No,
I don't think I hear that.
Okay, and then we got Moscow Calling Chant. Sounds like "Smooth Up In Ya."
That's all right. I can see a little bit of that.
a little bit.
You missed a really good joke when you were gone.
Sorry, I was looking up Disneyland After Dark and took myself out of the conversation. Please repeat it.
So I heard that Disneyland After Dark went on tour with Methods of Mayhem. They had the dad mom tour.
Nice, and that was fast too.
It was.
Good job. That's why Nick makes the big bucks here.
All right, let's.
"Sleeping My Day Away" was the big hit song by Disneyland After Dark.
Man, what year
Never
does it say?
heard of
It was like 89.
Okay.
Never heard.
American
I
band?
don't know.
No, they're from Denmark.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I don't know that they made it to Headbangers Ball. Not that I'm aware of.
Hey, listen, they were number 23 on the U.S. album Rock Track, so they had a top 30 song with this thing.
Okay.
Really?
Ain't no easy feat in 1989. A lot of competition then, so they had a brief moment.
Well, stay tuned for a double header. We're gonna do that song next.
That's a DAD header.
Yeah. All right, let's try to
Disneyland After Double Header.
let's try to finish this one here. It's
Yeah, let's
rough.
not get too far ahead of ourselves. Splunk it.
God, look at
Fuck off.
this is unbelievably bad.
Yeah, that's
This
the best
is
thing
really
to say.
terrible.
Fuck off, Alexander.
You know what? I think I could be wrong, but I think by this point Stevie Ray Vaughan had passed. I think this guy got his hat. This lead guitar player.
Well, it's funny. They were on tour in Wisconsin with fucking Lynch Mob, and he was walking down the street, and the fucking hat kind of floated down from the sky,
Just landed on his head.
and landed on his head, and he went, "I will keep this."
It's kind of like this. I don't know if anyone else will get this joke, but Nick, but it's kind of like that movie with Tim Allen, the Santa Claus, when Santa falls off the roof, and Tim Allen puts on the suit and becomes Santa Claus because Santa died when he fell off the roof. So that's what happened.
Well,
One
The hat
problem.
landed on. What's that?
He put the hat on and did not become Stevie Ray Vaughan.
It didn't happen.
in
Well,
any way, shape, or
I
form.
think he's still got time with this resurgence that's happening in 2024.
Or if you're from Russia, Stevie Ray Vaughan is what they call him. And they drink a lot of vodka.
Yeah, they do. All right, we got another minute, guys.
You know, it's a little known fact that Putin is actually playing Gorky Park to torture the fucking Ukrainians during the war.
oh my.
Yeah, they just play on giant loudspeakers. Moscow party, we surrender, we're done.
This is so
I'm
bad.
Ukrainian, by the way, so I can make that joke, so nobody get mad about it.
There you go.
We've had enough. Fuck, we can take the army.
This is so bad. I got the motherfucker on the video. I got the motherfucker on the video.
Look at this guy just hopping around like a fucking elf. Another one? Hello, my friend? Oh, come on, man.
That's when he finally got through on the phone.
Hello, my friend. Did you
yeah.
find my Stevie Ray Vaughan hat?
Wow.
Thinking was start.
Oh my god, that was so bad. Oh jeez.
I want to know what album Hello, my friend was on.
It was a 2020 album.
No.
That's what it said. It
Yeah,
said
that's what it
2020.
said.
Hello, my friend.
That didn't even make it onto
Just hit
Wikipedia.
play. Just hit play.
Just let it roll.
What are we waiting for?
Man.
Is Kenny Aronoff's last name start with, or does it end with an OV now?
Yeah, it does now, yeah.
He changed
Yeah.
it.
I don't know.
I hope they do that. They should,
Mendoza.
yeah, they should totally go for that.
So it's a 2020 album?
Yeah, that's what it said. Yeah, let's see. Gorky Park.
Doesn't have an album coming out in 2020, but
I don't know, man. I don't think we should really look into it more because
No.
nobody in the world. Let me put it this way: there's no other four guys in the world right now in any country talking about Gorky Park, including the members of Gorky Park.
yes.
Yeah, 2 or 3 at a time, max.
Nobody,
Yeah.
no fucking buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 2 old guys at a coffee shop, maybe, but 4, no.
Yeah. Two fucking metalheads from Kiev at fucking Walters down in Latvia might be talking about it, but not here.
Wow. So that was on the
Do we
list
really
5
have to go
times.
through this, ALB, or could this be the first mass fucking destruction? And
Hey, we'll see.
fucking, I think we should just go 1, 2, 3. Bah!
No. It was on the list 5 times, so we owe the listeners who submitted this song an honest.
Well, I think Turd Ferguson's just trying to be an asshole by putting that on there, just to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's true. Nick, I think you should vote first. Sweet Surrender, Kick in the Garage. What are you going to do?
I gotta give it a kick.
I don't even have that clip loaded. I thought it was going to be 4 Sweet Surrenders. Give me a minute.
It's a humiliating kick in the crotch.
What happened, Nick? Where did it go wrong?
There some of the pieces were there for perhaps making something that I would enjoy, but it wasn't this song. There were certain, there's the awkward accent, of course, but there's certain qualities to the guy's voice that I think could be used for good.
Sure.
Why do you do this, Nick?
I think there's
why do you
potentially a solid rock groove that could come out of this.
Just
but it
stop.
didn't really
He
happen.
brought it to the table, Chris. So he doesn't want to take full responsibility. That's why.
Well, that's true about him in general, but can we just stop with this?
We started off with No Sleep Till Brooklyn and kind of went into a reggae thing, and I just kind of lost track of what was happening.
All right,
Chris L.
A severe kick in the crotch.
It's a humiliating kick in the crotch.
Oh, that's one of the worst things I've ever seen. Just these, and I've always said that about these guys. Just even their earliest incarnation, from their placement in the Moscow Peace Festival, their early video and stuff. These guys are just a bunch of fucking clowns that the people in charge of their careers are just making a mockery of for the fun of it. I mean, who gets up there and acts like that for any amount of money? It's not done. These guys are fucking idiots, and the whole the whole reggae thing. It's astonishingly bad. I mean, that was just so bad.
You know what I will say though? I will say that
Nick, please.
The guy with no shirt on and the baggy yellow pants was kind of running in place like Eddie Van Halen used to.
Yeah, well, and wearing pants like Eddie used to. Yeah.
And just it not the overalls, but almost.
Right.
Did you
so
notice?
What's your point there, though?
I don't know.
You think that's cool?
Can I just point out? Did you notice that he was also on guitar?
He was.
That's true.
So
the lead singer is the bass player.
Yeah, but sometimes.
Well, he did the Paul Stanley. You're right. He did the Kip Winger, Paul Stanley thing, where sometimes
Paul Stanley doesn't play bass.
Right, but there were times in videos when he would supposed to be playing rhythm guitar, and he doesn't have a guitar.
I know,
he's
but
just
at least
dancing around.
Bruce Kulick can play rhythm guitar or something.
Right.
There's no bass in the fucking band. It's like the Happy Days gang.
Now remember, Paul played bass on Domino, the video that we analyzed together.
Oh yeah,
but,
that's right.
There's chicanery that they get away with from a video standpoint. But I mean, look at these. Look how stupid these guys are carrying on, jumping around like idiots, just complete morons. It's just, the whole thing is embarrassing, just terrible. I mean, that's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
ALB, give your vote.
I have to vote? Oh, man.
Yeah. There's a couple times you try to get away with not voting.
Yeah,
listen, the Kremlin's not listening to this. You can fucking vote.
I'm nervous.
They're not coming after you.
Is there a middle? Nick, can you whip up a song that's somewhere in the middle, a neutral song? It's not going to happen.
I can't think of one.
I'm kicking it.
It's a humiliating kick in the crotch.
Well, I thought of one, but
okay,
we could do a sort of a Jimmy Eat World. You're in the middle kind of a thing.
That would have worked.
That could be it.
Okay, so I don't know. It's hard. What else can you say about it that we didn't say already? It's a challenge, but I'm laughing, but it's not enough to make me give it a thumbs up. But I enjoyed my time listening to it with you guys. So so that's fun. But as far as the song, I don't think I would ever listen to this. Well, I never have, and I don't plan on ever hearing it again in my life. I don't think I'm going to add it to my playlist and listen to it in the car with my family on a Saturday afternoon. Teach my kids
like you did with Nitro.
Yeah, exactly. I forced them to listen to it a lot.
Even Nitro got the Saturday afternoon drive.
Oh yeah,
these guys.
Yeah. So there you go, Chris J.
So I Googled the most powerful, deadly Russian missile.
Oh no!
And came up with the RS-28 Sarmat.
Okay.
Often quickly referred to as Satan II. Liquid-fueled, HZV-equipped, super heavy intercontinental ballistic missile. So I'm giving a fucking Satan II RS-28 Sarmat explosion to the crotch.
Wow, that's severe.
It's a humiliating kick in the crotch.
Never was a Gorky Park fan. The only reason I even think about them is because you guys bring them up. I remember vague yeah, thanks for that. We had a good laugh.
Don't lump me in with that nonsense.
We had a great laugh about the expensive rhythm section they've hired. But this was pedestrian at best. This reminds me of not even my high school band. This is my junior high school band when a couple guys in the band didn't even know how to play instruments. And we would put on costumes and do air bands, as we called them, in the junior high school gym. Two of us knew how to play, two of us didn't, and we get mad at the guys who didn't play because they didn't know what they were doing. That's what I feel like we're watching here, like the Eddie Van Halen. Not even using that in any comparison. Eddie Van Halen pants guy, no idea what the fuck he's doing. Drummer, awful, could barely do this, terrible. Plunkett, he was all right. Ronnie Laticro, whatever. Not a good band. There was some Russian mafia money behind these guys to finance them. Not just 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5 records. The newest one is now. They still exist.
Well,
fucking Kick-Axe doesn't exist, and they exist.
And they have Kenny Aronoff in the band. This motherfucker played with Fogerty, one of the all-time great songwriters ever.
That's my point. They're paying him to play on the record and to be in the band pictures. Same with Mendoza. There's some high-level money. It's like the Dead Daisies, the Westfield Mall guys. It's like, fuck, they just hire these killer Doug Aldrich and frickin' Dean Castronovo and Mendoza and all these guys. That's what they're doing with Gorky Park. Problem is,
but why?
It's Russian money laundering at its best. They do nothing. They don't even do a tour. They should come and play Hobart's just to fucking get out there.
Who would put a single ruble behind Gorky Park? I mean, it just makes no sense. Why are you?
The Russian mafia would. Like I said, I'm half Ukrainian. If I got drafted into the fucking Ukrainian army, I would fight to the death until they played this fucking song, and I'd be like, I'm out. I can't take it, man. I'm done.
You're done.
Done. Fucking cut my nipples off. I'm out.
This would constitute a violation of the Geneva Convention. It's like inhuman warfare tactics.
But we've given bad reviews before, and listen, I like ALB always trying to be the devil's advocate here. There was nothing like I said, Moscow Party. Or whatever, Moscow Calling. Like, dude, we wrote this song when we were 12 years old.
Yeah.
My first song ever was called Skunkhead. It was better than this. Suck it.
They might do that on their new album.
Suck it till I'm high, suck it till I'm dry, suck it till I'm over the edge, suck it till it mean, suck it till it clean, suck me till I'm dead. Waka ticka pound, ticka ticka pound, ticka ticka pound, ticka 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 down. It's better than this. I wrote that when I was 11 years old.
Yeah.
I should sell it to the Kremlin to be on the next Gorky Park record. I'd make millions of rubles.
There you go.
The friend of mine back in the day who told me that A&W stood for ass and wiener. That guy is Bob Dylan compared to these guys.
And by the way, I just realized where I stole that riff from. I'll play it for you guys again. Digga digga down, digga digga down, digga digga down, digga 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 down, digga digga down, digga digga down. Always gonna rock.
Wow.
Although I think my song came out before Vinny's, so before Winnie Winston, if he's from Russia.
Stole it from you. All right, so man, disappointing. Everybody was submitting this song. Didn't get the response.
I think they submitted it with this outcome in mind.
You think
with vitriol? They wanted to see Chris L lose his mind.
And they got it.
You think they got together and planned that? Because that just seems bizarre.
I'll say this though, what ALB said. It's always a pleasure enjoying these songs. They're not great songs, but it's always a fun time.
Yeah, and once again, Nick is bamboozled by the listener submission list and the listeners on there. He got, in this case, he was a willing participant, but once again, he's rooked into a terrible song.
I'm just trying to give the people what they want, and what they want is sweet reggae music, I believe Bob Marley said.
Sweet Russian hard rock reggae. They might be the only band of that ilk, of that genre.
That's true.
Name one other.
Basically, they picked up the torch that the police laid down, and after they were done, after Synchronicity, they're like, "Well, somebody's got to fill that void." Why not us?
Name one other Russian artist, rock band, musician at all in any band, like even like a Lars Ulrich, second generation Dane. Like there's no Russian in any that I can think of. I mean, is Yannick Gers Russian? No, it's like Hungarian or something.
Yeah,
there's no Russians.
Is there anybody? I don't know.
I can't think of anybody.
There was that one group, Tattoo, where it was those two like teenage girls who had that hit song like 20 years ago. They were Russian.
Weren't they like Russian Order male brides or something?
I mean, I don't know anything about them. I just remember the video was basically, it was like a lesbian affair was what the video was about with these two girls.
Yeah, that was kind of one of those Svengalis put them together.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, if you disagree with us, we're sorry.
That's just the fucking way it is.
I can't believe it. I can't believe this has happened.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Yeah. I see. I'm over here. I had the clip, all the clips ready. We're going to do all the voting. And because I didn't know the song. I didn't know how far I was going to go. I thought we might be rock and roll bonering together. But nope, not happening today.
Can I give you guys some examples of other Russian?
Yes.
Sergei Mavrin. Valery Kipelov, who was the singer of the heavy metal band Aria, which if you were in a Japanese music, you would know them. They're a Russian heavy metal band, Aria. So there's one. There's nobody. Konstantin Kinchev. Who the fuck is that? Nobody. There's nobody here that we know.
No.
They're not playing music. They're playing hockey and then maybe doing some gymnastics. That's about it.
Agatha Christie.
Really?
Yeah. Wow, this Russian rock. They were a Soviet and Russian rock band.
Oh,
just
okay.
naming themselves after authors.
That's a strange name for
Stephen King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the author of the band.
Dean R. Koontz. They had a big hit.
Yeah, they're rallying chant with their followers where "We are coons." entire arena full of people. We are coons. We are coons.
Going off the MacGruber joke.
Yes, exactly.
Peter von Kuntz.
Exactly. Every time Val Kilmer comes up, I'm like, his finest role was as Dieter von Kuntz.
Well, I was in that movie, right?
Oh, of course we know that.
So I saw him walking around, and he came on set, and he was wearing hospital. What do you call with the orderlies
Scrubs?
wear? What are they called?
Scrubs.
Scrubs. He's wearing hospital scrubs, and I said, "Why is he wearing hospital scrubs? Is he doing another movie where he's a hospital guy?" He's like, "No, that's just what he wears. Hospital scrubs and Crocs." He just showed up. He's like 300 pounds, and was just like actor guy, all weird and stuff.
He had let himself go. He didn't have his Morrison body at that point.
One of the legit hottest movie stars in his prime. Can we agree on that?
Oh, no question about it. Yeah.
Super hot guy.
He had, has some kind of medical ailment, doesn't he? Something.
He can't talk anymore. Something. They did that documentary about him where his son did the voiceover for him, and it sounds just like him. It's actually pretty interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah. So,
well, why don't we take a commercial break?
Isn't this just do a quick, since we're talking about Val Kilmer, but didn't we discover that his son is in the George Lopez movie that just came out, Nick? Isn't some famous actor's son is in that movie?
That Christmas movie, what was that called? It was we lost Jericho. He's
like, he's done with this bullshit.
We're talking about George Lopez.
Start talking about people who fall asleep on Kiss Cruises. He's out of here.
Yeah, he's got no patience for this.
Yeah, that Christmas movie, I think.
How the Gringo Stole Christmas.
That's what it was. Yeah, it was like the Grinch.
Sorry,
that's right.
I looked up Jack Kilmer and took myself out of the chat again.
That's all right. All you missed was How the Gringo Stole Christmas. So.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, it wasn't Jack Kilmer in that.
I think so. I think he's the young love interest.
He's AKA the Gringo.
He's the Gringo.
Not just the Gringo, the uninvited Gringo.
Oh, wow. Geez, this kid's been working steady since 2013.
Is he really? Yeah.
Yeah, he was only 18. Yeah, he's been working lots here.
Wow.
All right. Nothing that we might have. Anything we might have heard? No, nothing.
I mean, I don't know what's going on in the world, but nothing from that.
Oh,
guy.
how he was in How the Gringo Stole Christmas. Why were you guys talking about How the Gringo Stole Christmas?
Because I was ringing a bell, like when you brought up Val Kilmer's son. I'm like, I think we talked amongst ourselves about this, and it was in the context of How the Gringo Stole Christmas.
Yeah, it was just a ridiculous looking Christmas movie that came out last year, along the lines of like a Medea movie.
Can I also say that he portrayed a young Ozzy in the Under the Graveyard video?
Really?
Did not know that.
I've seen that.
We might have to delve into some of this later year Ozzy. There's some good stuff there too. Lots of material here for us on Pot of Thunder.
Mm-hmm. Why don't we take a quick commercial break and come right back with the Yardo questions? What do you guys say?
I got about 15 minutes to continue.
We can
Let's do it.
we can be snappy. But
okay.
The first maybe 10 or 12 will be commercials, and then we'll be...
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
I don't get yards of questions, motherfucker. I give them.
Sing away.
And thanks to our sponsors, by the way. We appreciate all. Thanks.
Yeah, we don't do that on this show.
Well, no, but I do. I appreciate our sponsors, and thanks to all the fine Patreon people that joined.
Them, yes.
You're professional. Your mic got weird.
It went. Is it weird now?
Yeah, it sounds like it's going through your laptop instead of your mic or something. Oh, goodness.
Oh, boy. Party foul.
Anyway, yes, welcome to the Yardo Questions, Nick's favorite part of the show.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's either commercials or Yardo Questions, always for Nick. That's what he lives for. Let's pull up a rando.
I'm back with good audio.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm going to go into the archives here. We got one from our friend Colleen Houston. Hey, Colleen.
All right.
Colleen says, "Hey guys, love the show and all the laughs you've brought me. I used to pick and choose what episodes to listen to based on if I knew the song, but now I find the bad songs make for the funniest episodes." That's appropriate for today, hopefully.
Yeah. Doesn't get much worse and therefore funnier than this. So.
Yeah. It says now
in the words of John Lennon, "Getting Better" by the Beatles, it can't get no worse.
Yeah, right.
Okay, she says, question 1, what is your favorite one-hit wonder, or if you can't think of one album wonder? Mine would have to be Mambo No. 5 by Lou Bega.
That's one of my least favorite songs of all time, by the way.
Yeah, I remember I worked in a hamburger restaurant as a dishwasher when that song was out. It was on like every half hour. I don't know. It was nonstop, and I can't listen to it ever again because of that.
It's funny when the little bit of the bubbly phenomenon happened.
Yeah. It's still a phenomenon in this house, but go ahead.
Sold 50,000 bottles of the shit. But the first, they made all these memes of me going, a little bit of the bubbly, which I totally took from Dumb and Dumber. And the first, not memes, GIFs and videos, the first one was, a little bit of the bubbly by my side, a little bit of the bubbly by my side, a little bit of the bubbly, na-na-na. So his vocal, then I would be chiming in with a little bit of the bubbly. So I always, I guess I owe Lou Bega Jr., no less. There you go. 50,000 bottles and a action figure playset.
Yeah, that's all in here.
His song.
My kids play with it all the time.
It has a table in it?
Yeah, it has a table.
And a bucket?
It has a bucket, an ice bucket. It has 2 bottles of bubbly. It has a tray of olives and sausages and crackers. Yeah,
that's a true story.
They love it.
favorite one-hit wonder. Wow. I'm going to go with, it just popped in my head. You spin me right round, baby, right round like a record, baby. I love that song. Dead or Alive.
Dead or Alive. Yeah.
You spin me around. There's a million other great one-hit wonders, but that one, whenever I hear that song, it's like, that's a fucking banger of a tune, man. There you go, right there. World title included. Like, there's solo cups.
Yeah, cups.
They're very
Attention to
detailed here,
detail.
these guys. Just the type of stuff that toddlers will eat, so don't give that to
I
your
know.
toddler.
Gotta
Yeah, I'm
be careful.
gonna go with "You Spin Me Around" by Dead or Alive.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? I want to say when Rich Ward was on the podcast, this for whatever reason, the song I'm going to mention came up also. But I have to always go with Wang Chung. Everybody have fun tonight.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, they
Don't you feel that Wang Chung had a couple other hits though?
I was gonna say they had
Go, baby, let's go, baby, come on.
they had dance
Well,
hall
yeah.
days.
Yeah, I guess so.
Dance Hall Days.
Yeah.
But I guess that's their biggest one for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we can nitpick about. I mean, you could even say Dead or Alive had a couple of 2 or 3 minor hit singles, but you know, You Spin Me Around was the big one for them.
Like if you say, like, I'm a huge Nelson fan, but if you said Nelson, oh yeah, Love and Affection, that's their one hit.
Yeah.
That's a great song. But they do have other hits too, but you'd have to be a fan of theirs to know it.
Correct.
Chris
You got
L.
Chris.
I'm gonna kind of stay in the wheelhouse of the person who's Colleen who sent in the questions. I'm gonna say Cisco with Thong Song.
You like that song, huh?
I did like that song. I liked how his vocals sort of picked up intensity toward the end. Like he was like legitimately horny. I always appreciate that.
The funny thing is, though, is much like Graham Bubble Bath, he also had a hair lip / lisp, and the song is originally called Song Thong. That's the name of it. He's like thong to thong thong song.
You're like, that's great. We like what you're doing here. He's like, okay.
Just leave it.
Yeah.
Graham Bubble Bath weighed in with his opinion from the Paul Diano Battle Zone bunker.
Yeah, they brought the master, or the, what is it called, the test pressing of the thong song over to the Battle Zone bunker
The song.
to see how it played there.
It's like in the Vatican when the smoke comes up is when Graham Bubble Bath is about to make his decision.
Yeah. And instead of smoke, it's bubbles rising up into the stratosphere. Oh, bubble bath has come to the decision.
Oh, that's
Gonna
great.
be a hit. All right.
All right. What you got next?
Who is, question 2, who is your guilty pleasure band or artist? Mine is a toss-up between Michael Bublé or Ariana Grande. As a 27-year-old female, I'm her target demographic.
I was always a fan of early 90s rap.
Okay.
And I'm talking Vanilla Ice, I'm talking MC Hammer, I'm talking Gerardo. As you know, we've done Rico Suave on here, which was not a good one. I thought it was going to be better than it was. PM Dawn, Color Me Bad. We haven't even done my favorite one, which is All for Love, which we can also put in the pipeline for next time.
Yep.
So I always loved that kind of early 90s R&B and rap genre, shall we say.
It's good. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, I don't know that it's an artist, but maybe I can bend the rules a little bit. It's more of like a genre, I guess, in a certain time period, and that would be like late 80s, early 90s sitcom themed songs, like the Perfect Strangers one or the Growing Pains theme song.
Okay.
Or yeah, I mean, just it seemed like the Miller Boyettes. I'll just say Miller
Those
Boyette
sitcoms.
theme songs. Yeah. I enjoy quite a few of those.
Family Matters.
Family
Basically
Matters,
the
even Step by
TGIFs.
Step. Yeah.
Chris L.
I guess I would have to lean toward the boy bands like Backstreet Boys. I think "I Want It That Way" is one of the great songs of all time, of any genre. It's a perfect song. That was fresh in my mind as that came up on shuffle for me within the past day or two. So, and then just all the songs of that genre, you know, the NSYNCs, the 98 Degrees, you know, some of those pop songs were extremely well crafted, and then you could bring all the girl bands in, like Spice Girls, Pussycat Dolls, all that stuff. For the most part, I enjoy pretty much everything I've heard from all of those bands. I find something of value there.
We've all gotten. That's a great answer, Chris. We've all gotten older, but I do have a recent picture of Graham Bubble Bath.
Okay.
It's not a joke. If you'd like to expand my screen to a bigger one, or whatever, maybe.
Yeah. That's him, huh?
That's Graham Bubble Bath, modern day. Looks like he's having fun. Looks like a nice guy.
He's happy.
I like him in my band.
Yeah. If anyone's listening that knows the legendary Graham Bubble Bath, please let him know we're big fans of his here.
Yeah.
We've never heard a song of his.
We would like to start a band.
Seen him in concert, never anything, but we do appreciate his rock and roll name, shall we say.
Yes. All right, and question 3. Have any songs or artists been ruined for you by a specific experience or person? For me, it's a lot of the music my parents loved listening to when I was growing up. The Police, Journey, any new wave / alternative 80s British rock. Having my parents sing along to those songs all the time somehow scarred me for life.
Wow, that's pretty sad.
Yeah, geez, Colleen.
I hope I'm not doing that to my kids.
May God have pity on your soul, Colleen. I hope you're okay. Do you need help?
So, I have one. So when I was in Smoky Mountain Wrestling, 1994, Knoxville, Tennessee, very strange territory.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really meet a lot of girls in this area. Morristown was a dry county, so you couldn't go to the bar to pick up chicks. There really wasn't anywhere to go. Finally, the night of the Legends is the big pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I'm practicing beforehand. I break my arm in practice. I have to go to the hospital. I go to the wrestling show in front of 5,000 people. I perform. And after, I have to sign autographs. And I have to go to the hospital because I have to have surgery at 7 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
These two girls, like Daisy Duke, wearing Catherine Bach chicks, come up to me and invite me to go to the club. I'm like, I got to go to the hospital, but damn it, I'm going to the club. And the club was called Cotton Eye Joe's. And I went to Cotton Eye Joe's, and of course, what are they playing? Cotton Eye Joe. And these girls were so excited, and we became fast friends. And I had to leave early because I had to go with the guy whose house I was staying at near the hospital, who was giving me a ride that I had to be at the hospital at 6 o'clock. So I hate the song Cotton Eye Joe because it was playing the night I should have gotten my due diligence.
Yeah.
And it just didn't work out. So don't ever play that song for me. And it's a terrible song, too, to begin with.
Wow.
So it just brings back a lot of bad memories. Cotton Eye Joe, hate it.
Wasn't that about the end of your time there, too? So you didn't get to...
there again.
Yeah, so you never got to come back and find them.
Never got to find them. I could have went and hung out at Cotton Eye Joe's. Never worked out for me.
Nah. Nick, Chris...
You got anything, Nick? I got one.
You can go ahead then.
Okay, so when I first got to Chicago and I was doing the music thing, I was working at Guitar Center. Don't worry, too, just is not a Fat Stan story. I know you hate those, but so I was a roommate with this guy who worked there, and he was just a complete fucking slug, and just some of the worst times of my life was living under the same roof with this guy, and he like every day he played that Sugar album. Is it Copper Blue?
Yeah.
Isn't that the name of it? Bob Mould album.
Yep.
Just spoiled it for me, and that spilled over into like the Bob Mould Husker Du world, which I totally get. Hugely influential, high quality stuff. Totally ruined for me by this guy. Anytime the name Bob Mould just makes my skin crawl. To this
Terrible name too.
Exactly. I mean, but yeah, this guy, literally every day he was there. He played that fucking album front to back at like maximum volume. So.
Nick?
I'm gonna go with a song that is not ruined for me completely, but it's a phenomenon that I'm sure we can all identify with, and that's when a song you like ends up in a commercial. And of all the types of commercials, the ones I find the least interesting and the least original and the most formulaic is like a pickup truck commercial. And unfortunately, as the truck is making its turn, kicking up gravel, the main riff of Interstate Love Song is playing. It's not ruined for me, but man, it came close.
That'll get you. And I'm sure that was big money for them, right? Like,
I would have to.
you can't say no to a car commercial, but man.
Yeah, even though it's just gonna ruin it for some people.
Yeah, like my whole understanding of Bob Seger was the Like a Rock commercial. Was that I think it was Chevrolet. Like, I didn't even, because I mean it was when I was a kid. I didn't know who Bob Seger was. I was just like, I don't like that. Oh, that's Bob Seger. I don't like him. You know.
That commercial existing before that didn't help the Interstate Love Song.
Because that spoiled the idea of the pickup truck commercial.
Terrible commercial. The Bob Seger song is a pretty terrible song.
That's a bad one.
Yeah.
Well, it gets much more palatable and entertaining if you do what me and my friends used to do. Instead of Like a Rock, we would say Suck My Cock, and just sing Suck My Cock along to the commercials, and it made them much more entertaining.
Yeah, also could be paraphrased into the Bullet Boys, Hard as a Rock, Hard as My Cock, which also works. Can I just say that when I heard the Bob Seger Like a Rock, it was around the time I was really into the Beatles, and I heard about this guy called Pete Seeger, and I thought they were the same guy.
Yeah.
Pete Seeger's some like terrible folk singer guy, and I was just like, I hate this guy. Like, this fucking Pete Seeger sucks. He's like, oh, Seeger rules. I'm like, no, he doesn't. Oh yeah, Fire Lake and Night Moves. I'm like, fuck.
Like, I didn't hear those.
Better than Like a Rock and Pete Seeger. Like, that is better than The Wind is Blowing Mary or whatever these other shitty songs are called. I'm gonna replace my Cotton Eye Joe with any Pete Seeger song.
You don't like poor Pete Seeger getting dragged into this.
Fucking
He didn't
asshole.
sign up for this. He's just doing
He's the backer behind Gorky Park, is what I heard.
He's just doing his nice little folk music.
His folk music money cushion, nest egg.
Yeah.
He donated all to the Ruskies
Yeah.
and the Alexanders.
And he got lumped in with Suck My Cock, Bob Seger, which sort of killed it for Tooge. And you know what's even worse in Like a Rock is the other lyrics that are sprinkled in. Like in one stanza he goes, like a rock, standing arrow straight. Just the rest of the lyrics are even worse than the chorus.
That line was in that commercial. I remember that one.
Arrow straight, huh?
He might
Smashing through the gate.
be in my, and the other one, like a rock, I was something to see. Like a rock. It's like, they're so bad, but, but we would, to make it fun, we would be like, we'd say my cock was standing arrow straight, and suddenly it becomes funny. And I
It's also
recommend
sacrilege because you're from Detroit, man. That's like
I am, but
favorite
I think people, anybody with taste, can agree that that's a terrible song.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, thank you, Chris Jericho, for joining us again. It's always a pleasure.
On a
to
Tuesday
hang
night,
with
no less. Thank you, guys.
you. Monday night.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Time change. Time.
I lost the day.
You did.
Put on another Gorky Park
I did
song.
too. Earlier today, I thought it was Tuesday.
Yeah. All right, and thank
Well, thank you,
you.
fellas.
Thank you to our many, many listeners who submitted Moscow Calling. You got your wish. And thank you to Colleen Houston for submitting the Yardo questions. Thank you to everybody on Patreon. And thank you to everybody listening. Have a great week. We'll be back next week with more Pot of Thunder.
And on behalf of Graham Bubble Bath, remember, what do? We screw armadillos are doing it too. And on that note, I bid you adieu.
Peace out.
It's Jericho. It's Jericho. Tonight.
What a fucking riff.
Good stuff.
Thanks, boys. Always a pleasure, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for including me.
Well, of course.
Of
We'll
course.
talk to you soon. Bye, guys.
All right. Cheers.
Bye, everybody.
Cheers.